Good evening, good afternoon, good morning. This is Micheline. I am here with Linnell from Prince George, British Columbia. I am going to do a live interview with her. She's going to tell us a little bit more about her journey from the online business. Would you please tell us a little bit more about your journey and a little bit more about your business and yourself?
Sure. So, like she said, I am Linnell. I live in Canada and I am a wife. I am a mother. I am a grandmother. I have two grown sons and I have two grandchildren, two biological ones, and two step grandchildren, and another one on the way.
Oh.
So I will have five grandchildren come the fall. And I am a retired registered nurse. I was a registered nurse um, for about 16 years, and I retired in February of 2020.
Oh.
And that's mostly because of some health issues that I have. It was making it difficult for me to do the work, the physical aspect of nursing,
Mhm.
and just getting out of the house every day and those kinds of things. Some days I need to stay in bed. So that doesn't work when you have a job. So I decided to retire. And I didn't renew my nursing license last year.
Okay.
And that's mostly because I already had my online business going. I've been doing it for a little over a year and a half. So I felt comfortable knowing
You
that I already
retired.
had a backup plan. So that's kind of me in a nutshell, I guess. Yeah.
So, what was your life before you decided to join the business and then quit your nursing job? Retired from nursing.
Well, when I was working, I worked as a palliative care nurse. So I worked at our local hospice. So I don't know if everybody knows what that is, but I looked after people who were dying in the end
Mm-hmm.
stages of their life. Was a very rewarding yet challenging job. We were very busy, so we had like it was in a house, actually. It was in a remodeled house, and we had 10 10 beds, so we had 10 guests or patients to one nurse. So it was a very, very physically demanding job, and it was emotional at times, but I loved that part of it. It was very, very rewarding, and I made a lot of really great connections with people, and I really, really miss it. But I was finding it more and more difficult every day to get up and go to work. I would come home, I'd be exhausted. My days off, I wouldn't do anything because I felt horrible. I was tired. Um, I was achy. I have rheumatoid arthritis and fibromyalgia, so that doesn't really go well with
The
working
physical
yourself
job.
a lot.
Yes.
And it was just getting to be more and um, more stress on me to go to work. So then when I had seen an ad for an online business, and the woman whose ad that I saw, she was a real estate agent
Oh.
in Vancouver. I guess she had already retired, and she was young. She was 35, 34, I think, at the time. And she just talked about how her life had changed. She went from working all the time to working when she wanted to, and she could work from home. And I thought, like, I need to do something like this. There has to be something to it, because I had seen a few other ones, and I had seen different things on TV about people who were buying these fancy homes on the lake, and they were able to do it because they worked from home. They could work
Yes.
wherever they wanted to be. There has to be something to it. So I checked it out, and I thought, you know what? Yeah, I think I'm going to try it. So I signed up, and I've been part of the community ever since. Um, and I think the biggest part for me that I have found is the community is is second to none. It's where I worked before, we were close knit because of the kind of work that we did as palliative care nurses and care aides. We were close. but we didn't have the support of bosses and managers, that kind of thing. We didn't have people having your back all the time. Lots of times,
Yes.
there's office politics and things in every job. With this online business, there's no competition. Everybody is there to help everybody else. And, like I've said before, even if I never made a dollar from my business, I am so grateful that I decided to do it, just because of the friends that I've met, including you, Micheline. We would never have met. How would I meet someone
Yes.
from Boston otherwise, right? Um,
Mhm.
and we just, everybody builds each other up. And I think that's the part that I love the most about it. And, like the training we have, it was easy for me to follow. I've always been, being a nurse, we always do ongoing education and learning as part of keeping your license.
Yes.
Um, so for me, that's kind of been ingrained in me. So to do this business, it's kind of the same. I still have to do ongoing training, but it's all included. It's
Yes.
the package. It's not like I have to go out and buy courses and do a bunch of online things that I'm spending more money on. I don't have to do that. It's right there for me, and it's easy to follow. And it's things that I couldn't do before on the computer. I'm learning to do, and I think I'm doing pretty good actually. For someone my age, who still, has a notebook planner that I write in, and I like to do everything on paper, but I can do a lot of things on the computer now that I couldn't do before.
So while you think you were working with dying patient,
Mhm.
I used to do that too. Like 3 years ago, I used to work on the dying floor. Like after my mom passed away, I couldn't do it again because she passed away with cancer, and I was
Mhm.
working with the same type of patient.
Yes.
I had to switch. It was like too much, like going to work, leave it at home, and then go to work with the same thing. I had to get a switch. It was
Yeah.
like too much on my health. And then like you're living it over and over and over. It's like not easy.
No, no.
I
And it,
can see why you're looking for a switch and then
yeah,
change. Yes.
yeah. And
Mm,
I think I know that, when I was still working, my dad was not overly healthy, and then
mhm.
he passed away last year in June, and I had already quit working, and I'm glad, because I know that once he passed, I wouldn't have been able to go back to work. There's,
Okay.
emotionally, it would have been too hard, I think. Um, Even when I was working, I had looked after some of my relatives at hospice, and I had looked after friends, because I was born and raised in Prince George. All my family
Hmm.
is here. A lot of my friends are here. So people would come to hospice to die, and I knew them personally, and I looked after them. And for some of them, it was a comfort because they knew me. And I felt very privileged to be able to be, you know, accepted into that part of their life. But it was really, really hard. It was very hard to do. It's something, those experiences are something I'm very grateful for, but I'm glad I don't have to do it anymore, because it,
Hmm.
it was hard. Yeah.
Yes, it is.
Hmm.
Oh, we got Melly and Ona watching. Hi, ladies.
Hello.
So, what motivates you about this online business?
I have never done a business before. I've never done like Avon or Party Light, and I've never done any of that kind of stuff. I never thought that I would, um, be good at it.
Hmm.
This is different because I don't have to sell to people. I
Yes.
don't have to do home parties. I'm not bugging my friends and family
Hmm.
to to do this business. I'm attracting people through social media and advertising, which is is something that I'm comfortable with. I've never been a salesperson, and I didn't want to do that kind of thing. And with this business, I don't have to. And I
Yeah.
think, um, any other online business I ever looked at, you still had to do all of that. And I didn't want to. So I don't know. If I wouldn't have come across this one, I probably wouldn't be doing anything right now, I'm thinking. But this business has changed. It has changed my life because it's given me a sense of purpose, and I enjoy it. And it allows me to be a little bit creative, like with my posts and, ads and those kinds of things. So that's the fun part. Well, it's all fun. I think it's all fun. I enjoy it.
Yeah, and we're doing go live we never had to do before.
Yes, yes. I never ever thought that I would ever feel okay
Me too.
doing it. Yeah. I have.
And we don't have to hold any inventory. We don't have to do any shipping.
No.
That is good.
That's right. That's right. Like there's no overhead. I can sit in my little room here. That's my office / sewing room, craft room, and I can work, and I can do it when I want to. If I want to work for a couple hours today, I can do that. If I want to work more tomorrow, I can do that. If I want to work less, and there's nobody telling me how much, right? How much I have to work. It's up to me. So the effort and consistency that I put into it is what I'm going to get back.
Yes.
So it's all my own, and your business is your own. Like you and I are not financially connected, yet we're still doing the same business.
Yes.
And that's the part that I like too, is that, we're all kind of, we're like in a big family, kind of, I think.
Since you don't have no deadline, no bus, no alarm clock, so what's your plan in the next 5 years?
Well, one thing I really want to do is to travel. So once we are able, I would love to travel. And I'm just hoping that in the next 5 years, I will have been able to help, maybe at least 100 to 200 people, families, to change their lives. I would like to own a house. Right now we are in a condo, and it works, but it's not quite big enough, especially with the grandkids and stuff. And we're very close with our children. So they're here all the time. And we just don't seem to have enough room. We thought we did. We were trying to downsize, but it hasn't really worked for us. So to have a house would be nice. And I think just being a little bit more involved in my online business community too, as the years go by. I think I'm feeling more and more confident in myself. So I would like to be able to contribute more to my business.
Sounds very good.
Thank you.
So I have one bonus questions for you. Okay. So what do you do when you're not working on your business, spending time with your grandchildren? What's your favorite hobby?
I love to read.
Oh.
So I read a lot. I usually have at least, I would say 1 or 2 books going at the same time. I try not to do that, but I do like to read. I sew, and I do some crafts, and like I like to reupholster furniture and refinish furniture, those kinds of things. Yeah. I have some antique stuff that was given to me from relatives, actually. Most of it is from relatives, and it's not fancy antique furniture, but I've refinished most of it.
Make them new?
Pardon me?
You said you make them brand new again?
New. Yeah, some of them look pretty rough when I got them, and now they're displayed in my house, and I quite like it. So those are the kind. I try to get out and, excuse me, pardon me, get out and enjoy the sunshine and things. And the last little while I haven't been able to. I'm having some problems with my heart, and it's kept me in the house more. But I do like to be outside in the sunshine and go for walks and enjoy nature. And I have a little dog that I take for walks and things. So that keeps me busy.
That sounds good. But thank you so much for sharing your journey with us.
Well, thank you for asking me.
You're very welcome. So I know we have viewer watching. It's saying they haven't decided what to do. What would you say to them? Someone who's watching now and haven't decided if they want to take a leap of faith and if they really want to try to see if it will work for them. What would you say to them?
I would say to start out with, click Micheline's link. Check it out. Watch the webinar. It's like 90 minutes of your time. It's free. You can watch it live or you can watch a replay if the live time doesn't work for you. There's really no reason why you can't watch it. Just click it. And if you think that it might be something for you, check it out further. You won't know until you try.
Yes.
And it could just be something that will change your life. And it's, it's like I say, it's risk-free. Even once you join, there's a 30-day refund period. You can check it out. You don't like it, you get your money back 100%.
Yes. Yep.
So I think it's a no-brainer. Just check it out.
Okay. But thank you very much for sharing your journey with us. And thank you everyone for watching. And thank you everyone else who's going to watch later. And thank you for all your support. That's all we have for you. Thank you so much. Bye.
Bye.